Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't know why we did that, but it was fun.
Because we're a couple of weirdos.
We did Rocky before.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
It's another edition of Kevin and Drew Talk Movies coming at you in high speed. So today we're doing a comedy one. It's pure comedy. It's comedy movie talk. Yeah, I picked Joe Dirt. Drew over here picked Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And couple of funnies to get into here in
some
a
gut
bit.
busters, man.
Yeah. But before that, I don't have the movie clapper, but it's fine. We'll do a snapshot. We'll kick into this. I don't know what I want to do. Life's a garden, dig it. Alright, so you mentioned before we started that you probably really didn't watch anything else other than these two.
Yeah, I bartended all weekend, and I worked my FedEx job, and I worked pretty late, so I was like literally just going home, like watching a couple episodes, like whatever, and going to bed. The only noteworthy thing I watched was the new Last of Us series. It's been fucking awesome. Like if you're not watching that, watch it. It's
just
good.
like one episode so far?
It's two. And the monsters. So it's like a show based off a game,
right?
But they instead of doing CGI, they use practical effect for the monsters, and they look fucking amazing.
Did you play that game?
Oh yeah, I love that game.
I never
dude.
played it.
You would have loved the story, man. Like I think you would have genuinely... I don't know if you would have liked playing the game, because a lot of people don't like the game mechanics, but I feel like for the story of both those games, you would have really liked the story, because it's right up your alley. It's like a lot of, like... There's a lot of those drama, gut-busting moments, like very human moments, so...
The design is very human. Kevin and Drew talk games. No, I'm kidding. Let's see what I got on my list.
TV shows.
Right. I watched Phantom Thread, which is a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Daniel Day-Lewis, and he's like a dressmaker and shit. And
okay.
Second time watching it, I liked it a little more than the first watch. Pretty good movie. Then I watched All Quiet on the Western Front. Have you heard of this one? It's a Netflix one. It's a war movie. It's like German or something. I had to read the movie, basically, because of I don't know. I think I did both. Like, I overdubbed sometimes, and then I read the subtitles. But it was a pretty good movie, man. Like, some crazy shit be happening in the fucking World War II or whatever.
That's, yeah.
I was thinking about picking a war movie, maybe. I'm still on the fence about what I want to pick later. And then I watched At Eternity's Gate, which is Willem Dafoe. He's playing Vincent Van Gogh.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
It was a decent movie. It was kind of... I felt like some of the things kind of dragged on too long, but overall, it's fun. It's good. Good stuff. You know, chops his ear off and shit.
He was a wild dude, man. That Vincent Van Gogh.
Right.
It's crazy as he like died when he was in his. I'm pretty sure he was in his early 20s when he died, or he was pretty
Something
young.
like that,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was pretty fucking young.
And he didn't get the recognition for his art until after he died.
That's
which is
usually
a
how that-
fucking bummer.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes, man.
Yeah.
With those super famous artists, it's
Yeah.
like they die poor, and then like, you know, other people, shitheads, like profit off of their greatness. It's sad.
It's a bummer. I watched this other movie called The Lobster.
Oh, with Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
No, I've just heard about
It's
it.
fucking strange as hell, dude.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
And this guy did another movie, the director, that was also this strange as fuck like that. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. That one's weird as hell, too. But yeah, The Lobster, it's like he goes to this place where these people, they're trying to find a mate or whatever in this hotel or whatever. People sign up to do it or something like that. And then, but if they don't find a mate within, like a month or so, then they get turned into like an animal of their choice and shit, which is freaking weird.
That is very weird.
So yeah, weird one. I enjoyed it though. It's kind of freaking weird. And then I watched another Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin.
I think I saw you on the podcast. You mentioned that to Keith, right? Yeah.
I posted about it on
Yeah,
Facebook.
that's what I knew. I knew I like saw you say it about talk about it somewhere.
Yeah, it was really good. It was on HBO Max.
Okay.
Worth watching. It was another kind of strange one, but like it's interesting. I was intrigued. You know, it's interesting to watch the story play out. It's basically like these two guys. Do you know the premise of it? It's like
No.
these two guys who are longtime friends. One of them doesn't want to be friends anymore. That's basically the plot of the movie.
Yeah, and it's the same. It's Colin Farrell and I forget the guy's name, but they're the same actors that were in Bruges. Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it either. I just
People were saying it.
the one. So the
Kind of related or
director of the
same
movie you're
director.
talking about, the movie that I'm familiar with that I really really like is Seven Psychopaths. I love that
Heard
movie.
of it. Don't know.
Oh, dude, you haven't. Okay.
Put it on your list.
Oh, list. That's what I'm picking next, dude. Like,
You said that like 3 times already today. But yeah, The Banshees of Ed Sheeran. No. Good movie. Give it a watch. And then I watched Election for the last one, which is... Who's that? I forget the... It's got Matthew Broderick and Reese Witherspoon. It's about like a school election and shit, but I'm trying to think of who the director was.
oh, yeah, I've seen that movie. Yeah, and like Reese Witherspoon is like a terrible person, and so Matthew Broderick purposely like tries to make her lose the election because
Yeah.
she's like awful.
Yeah, something like that. And the fucking one guy from American Pie's in it. He was funny.
Oh, it's the jock.
The
yeah.
jock guy,
Yeah, Chris Klein, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. It was a fun movie. But I listened to like a podcast, a different movie talk podcast, and they were talking about this movie, so I ended up throwing it on. I can't think of the other freaking movie that the guy does. Give me a sec. Oh, he did Sideways. Have you seen Sideways? Yeah.
With
I think
Paul
I'll
Giamatti.
Yeah. And Thomas Hayden Church.
Yep.
I
That's
think
a good one,
I think
man.
I'll eventually pick that one.
Dude, I love Thomas Hayden Church in that movie. He's such a scumbag, but he's just so likable.
I know. He's fucking great.
He's so funny in that
When they
movie.
like crash the car and shit when they
Yeah.
they put the brick in the guy.
Yeah.
It like misses the tree or something. I forget. That shit's silly. Good movies. Anyways, let's get into one of these movies that we're talking about today.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a lot different episode than it was last week, because last week there was a lot of things we could really sink our teeth into and just
Well,
talk about. I don't know how. I feel like we're just gonna quote these movies or something.
and that's what makes these movies great because they're so quotable. You want to start with Joe Dirt first, since you got Life's Garden Dig It?
Sure, if you want.
I mean, that's basically that sums up the movie pretty well. I think that quote does, man.
I know.
Because I think I don't think I like the movie as much as I did when I was a kid. But there's so like much nostalgia for it, and I think like it's his attitude. He's just like this heartwarming guy who he just wants to do the right thing and like
positive.
And he's just always positive, man. It's hard not to root for him, even though the story is so fucking silly. Like it's a very
you can't have no in your heart.
Yep, can't have no in your heart.
And everybody shits on him, bro. Like,
yep.
Even freaking the radio interviewer. What's his name? The fucking actor.
Yeah.
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Miller, yeah, shitting all over him.
Xander Kelly.
Xander Kelly.
But yeah, this is 2001 comedy adventure movie. Director Denny Gordon. Never heard of him.
I would say this is definitely David Spade's best solo role. Like I don't know, like
leading role. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not like so much where he's like this a supportive actor, but as far as like leading roles go, I definitely think this is his best one.
Hell yeah.
My favorite character in the movie is fucking Christopher Walken because he steals every scene he's in. He's so funny in this movie.
You got the wrong tone.
You're talking to my guy all wrong.
It's the wrong tone.
That's the wrong tone.
Do it again.
And I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Let me ask you this. Does your mother sew? Boo! Get her to sew that.
He's so good.
When he's like dead and shit and he's like getting the erection.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. 9% tomato meter. Can you believe it's that low?
For the
9%.
For the critics or the
the critics.
What's the audience score on it?
63.
See that seems
that's more
right.
like it.
Yeah. I feel like all the Happy Madison movies though have really bad
ratings
on
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. Mind you, though, this is the same website that gave the all-female Ghostbusters cast a 73% score, so it's pretty fucking unreliable.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is a silly movie. Like, how the events of it play out is like, it also kind of seems a little unreliable that some of the stuff he's saying is true, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, it almost is like he embellishes a lot of it. Is like kind of how I like when I was like watching the movie this time around. I was like, I feel like he's embellishing a lot of this. The one thing I don't think was a lie though was or embellished was when he was talking about how he thought he found an atom bomb, and it was actually an old
crapper tank.
Crapper tank.
That's an old crapper tank.
That's an old crapper tank.
Somebody slapped a biohazard band sticker on the side.
Yep, dude. That scene where they break the tank open and like he's literally like crying because he has like this poop like rolling.
I got the poo on me.
That scene makes me laugh till I cry every single time I watch it.
You show me them boobies.
Yep.
I'll hit it and it goes bang. Ooh, yeah, good times.
And then it's got Jamie Presley in it. She's always like the hottest white trash girl.
Hot.
Like
I know. Fucking my name is Earl.
Yep.
Oh
She's like it's not that I'm like saying that she's white trash. She's obviously like a great actress. She's a very beautiful woman, but she always plays like the hottest girl in the trailer park type character.
Yeah. Like yeah, and also Brandy is super hot. What's her name?
I don't know.
Brittany Daniel.
Oh, Brittany Daniel. Yeah, she's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, smoking.
Rocking the Daisy Dukes the whole movie.
Cut off shorts.
Yo. Oh, man. And this is the movie that made me hate Kid Rock more than I already did.
Well, I think Kid Rock is hilarious in this movie.
I mean, he is. It just seems like his persona in this movie is just kind of that way in real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just like, I was like, I don't think you had to act at all. I think you're just kind of that douchey.
I think you're just being you.
Yeah, I think you're just being you. I think you're just a douche.
And it's fucking hilarious how he's reading the note to her.
And he can barely read it. Yeah, that
will be back in a few days. XOXO. She don't want you around. How about you go get a Whamburger and some French fries?
Yeah.
I'm about to whack him. Def Leppard sucks. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, so quotable. I could freaking...
But snakes and sparklers are the best fireworks.
Yeah, Kick and Wing.
Kick and Wing I like a lot, too.
Change my name to Kickin' Ass. I would. I got some taglines here. Let's see. Keep on mopping in a free world.
That's pretty good.
Kind of funny. Here's another one. Trailer trash, wig wearing, acid wash, jeans loving, rock concert, t-shirt spotting, hero. That's a bit much.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily call Joe the hero. Like, I think he's a good-hearted guy. I wouldn't say he's a hero.
Oh, I thought this one was interesting. His name's not Mud, but it's close. Because, that's a Primus song.
Yeah.
My name is Mud.
Yeah.
I believe that's what they were going for there.
Yeah.
I like that. Join the porta party. That's a weird one. And then, obviously, life's a garden, dig it. That's one of the taglines.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I think it's ridiculous, but I think the story is charming enough to like that it's even after all this time, it still kind of grabs you. Yeah. That's kind of like what I
feel like it's cemented in my fucking life that I'm always gonna love it.
Yeah, it's like I wouldn't say that I love the movie Joder, but I always enjoy watching it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's a lot of nostalgia because I loved all those like Happy Madison, Adam Sandler fucking movies growing up. Mm-hmm. Like, and so there's always like as far as like watching comedies, like it has definitely a special place. Like for me, honestly my favorite scene in the movie though is when he meets the old lady with the Hemi, and the conversation they have fucking cracks me up every time.
She killed her husband.
Yeah, she's like, I killed my husband. He's like, what? She's like, oh, it's fine. He deserved it. He used to beat me.
Oh, she's like, after my husband died, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, don't be. I killed him.
Yep. That's my favorite line in the whole movie. Don't be. I killed him. It's okay. He used to beat me. Like...
What did she say? She like pushed him down the stairs or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. When he was drunk, she pushed him down the stairs. It's so funny.
At the beginning, there's that security guard. He's like, I got a nickname for this car, Rusty. That guy, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's Chris Farley's brother. I never knew that.
Yep.
And then his other brother, Kevin Farley, is also in the movie.
Yep.
He's one of the cops at the crime scene whenever, what's his face, supposedly died.
Cliff, yeah. Or Christopher Walken. Whatever.
Right, yeah. And then you got Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle.
Playing his young son.
Young Joe Dirt. He's all lighting fireworks on the cow's tails. The cow farts and he's like, he gets all burnt up. Kid Rock's great.
I like when he finds out the asteroid is just frozen poop.
That's
like,
a big old hunk of poopy.
It's a big old hunk of poopy.
See the peanut? It's a dead giveaway. That's a space peanut. Oh, God. And there's like when he's young and he's all talking about his life and how fucking he would go hunting with the guy and he's like, now see, he goes off and fetches the duck, and it's Joe Dirt in the water with the duck in his mouth and shit. And then that joke comes back later. It's because like Brandy's dad, he's like, "You've been hunting. I wouldn't even use you as a retriever."
Yep. Yeah. That was a good callback.
I don't think I ever noticed that line before. That's fucking funny. Oh yeah, the lady. Yeah. What else? Anything else? Of course. There's just so much happens in this movie. He's like all over the place.
It's like a ensemble cast / like grand tale.
I know, you got Kevin Nealon in there as the mechanic, and then you just see people throughout the film. It's fun. The homo's naked guy.
Yeah. You like to see homos naked? Yeah.
Everybody know that.
No, only way you might. Yeah, you like to see homos naked. Like,
guy likes to see homos naked. Doesn't help me none. Or how about when he goes to the oil rig and shit and fucking
yeah.
He's like, "You want to fight? Why don't you stick your head on my butt and fight for air?" Which is a weird fucking.
Yeah, he's so like, funny. "Got a mic right here. Here's a backup mic for you." Like,
yeah, you done with that apple core? I'm done with that fart. You want that?
It's so juvenile, but I love it.
Yeah. I don't know. See, this type of movie. It's hard to like. You just like I said, we're basically just quoting it. And
yeah.
It's not like a Florida Project where we can really
do a deep dive. Yeah,
and talk about the shit that's going on. But I still love it. I think it's a great movie.
It's got a lot of heart, man. Like, and I think, like I said, the thing that's endearing about it is like a episodic like journey, and you kind of like throughout it, like Joe doesn't really change. He's a static character. He just kind of remains this good person. He's just looking for answers. Like,
yeah.
And it turns out his parents are scumbags, which, you know,
they're bad people, Joe.
They're bad people, Joe.
Oh, and when Clem pulls out the kids from the gas, the mustard gas or whatever, he's like, "What'd you do? Kick all their asses?"
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That line did crack me up.
Why would you think that?
I do like the scene too where he's in the cafeteria hitting on the teacher, and then all the kids just start throwing food at him.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad it's not hot chili day. Oh yeah, one of the guys from Sopranos is in there, as you know, when they go to kill Clem.
Yep.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
Steve Sharippa. The Gator Farm. His freaking cigarette ash is like this big.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just what is he? He's like explaining the rules, and he's like, "What's rule 3?" That one kid. Give me a break, kid. He's like, "So you don't know rule 3?" I don't know. That little kid, I've always quoted that little kid. It's funny. Oh, and you had Hal Fishman in there. The news anchor. I know this is kind of a deep cut, but he was literally the news anchor in California where I lived and shit on Fox or some shit. And it was fun seeing him, old Hal Fishman. That's a face I'll never forget. But yeah, we'll wrap this one up. Let's see. The cop at the end when he's on the ledge. Oh, he lassos him. Oh yeah, when he's on the bridge, he's about to jump off and shit.
Yeah.
And the cop lassos him, and he's like, I did it. I lassoed him with a bungee cord. Like, why would you have a bungee cord? Why would you lasso someone with a bungee cord?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous movie, man.
I lassoed him with a bungee cord.
Like when he accidentally floats away on the hot air balloon.
Yeah, I can see down your shirt. Yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, and the fucking pilots moon him or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, it's good stuff. I still love this movie. Where would you rank it or rate it?
I give it like a solid 6.57. Like it's funny. Like it's not the funniest movie to me. It's pretty silly, but like I said, there's a lot of nostalgia for it. It's something that it's got enough heart for me where I enjoy it every time I watch it.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, dude, I watched this movie a million fucking times when I was younger. And, what is it, 2001? So I was like, 12 years old or something. And, very impressionable. I just loved it. I'm sitting at like a 7.5 maybe, around there. Yeah. Just because of how much it's cemented in me, like I said earlier. And, I don't know. It's fucking funny, man.
It is. It's funny.
Good stuff.
Like I said, the poop tank, like that scene every time gets me.
I got the poo on me. I had a note in here where, like, he could have just asked for the records when he went in with the bomb. When he tried to get the information that way.
Yeah, he wouldn't have even needed the bomb. Exactly. He could have just asked for the records.
Right.
That whole scene was just so silly.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought he had to bring a freaking atom bomb in there. Anyways, yeah, that's where I said we kind of zoomed right through that one. But life's a garden, man. You gotta dig it. You can't have no in your heart. It puts the Joe Dirt in the hole.
That is another part that keeps coming in the movie. He's like, no, nothing weird happened, man. Why does everybody ask me about that?
I'm putting the lotion on the skin. I get it. He's like, now, did you get me what I asked for? It's a fucking Auto Trader.
Yeah.
He's always reading Auto Trader. He's like, man, that's a good deal right there. Good stuff. All right. Well, I guess we'll jump over to the other movie if you're ready.
Yeah. Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Oh man, let's see. This is one of my favorite comedies, man. I think it's so fucking funny. Like, we did actually watch this one together.
Yeah, right after recording last time.
Yeah. We definitely took some shrooms when we watched this movie.
Couple of grams each.
Yeah. It was great. Yeah, it was I don't know if it heightened the experience just because I'd seen it so many times, but it just it was made me in the zone watching it. It was a good time. It was definitely a good time, man.
Now, something I've come to realize while watching that one was basically I have seen the whole movie. You know what I mean? But I feel like in just clips. Like I've seen most of the gimmicks in this movie and just here and there on maybe YouTube or social media or something.
I think part of that is just because it's so quotable. Especially, I think the part that everybody has seen a clip of from this movie or like heard the song is when it's at the end of the movie. It's like, everybody hates you. Everybody wishes you were dead. 'Cause Peter, you suck. Peter, you suck. Like, I think everybody knows that song, dude. Like, I've literally heard that song, one of my favorite bands. I have a CD of theirs where it's like they did like a Tool thing where they have a bunch of like tracks that don't have any sound, and then like in between all those tracks they fucking hid that song in it, and it's literally the whole band watching that scene, and then at the end of it you can hear them all laughing after the end of it.
Oh, that's great. So yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, 2008 comedy romance, so rom-com sort of, raunchy rom-com.
Yeah, kind of. And I think it's like the reason I like it is it's so relatable because I feel like a lot of people have been in that situation where they've been with someone for a long time that they're really into, and then they get their heart broken and find out that person had been cheating on them a long time. So like they have to like deal with that situation in their own way, and I think this movie is just kind of like I think it's a good parallel to Joe Dirt because they're both ridiculous, But Forgetting Sarah Marshall is more situationally ridiculous. But it's like shit that can actually happen to you. Like, especially like when he's in Hawaii. Like, because even today, like, fucking weirdos, like if I'm sitting down somewhere eating at like a bar or something, people like weirdos will just talk to you. Like, so like, it's like the guy from the fucking concierge from 30 Rock. When he comes up to Jason Segel's character and he's just telling him all this shit about his wife. It's like all this personal. It's like so relatable because people do that shit to me all the time. Because like I'm a really laid back guy, so people will just start telling me their fucking life story, and I relate to that so much. I was like, dude, I'm just trying to fucking drink right now. I don't want to hear all that shit, man.
But you still like indulge them.
Yeah, exactly. You just so polite, humor them. Yeah.
So, it was directed by Nicholas Stoller. Screenplay by Jason Segel, though. He wrote it.
Yep.
And then also, I think Judd Apatow is producer or
something. He's a producer, yeah. Just how they ended up with, like, Jonah Hill and Paul Rudd in the movie. This movie really is kind of an ensemble cast. Like Kristen Wiig makes an appearance. Kristen Bell is fucking hilarious.
I love Kristen Wiig more. I'm not into Kristen Bell. I'm not into her look. Really.
Yeah. I know you were saying that last time when we were watching it. But fucking,
she's obviously a pretty lady, of course, but it's not my style.
But honestly, I think this movie is like the hottest Mila Kunis has ever looked. Like she looks really good.
I agree,
in this movie.
dude. Like I was fixated on her. Like I was saying when we were watching, I was like, God damn, bro. It's like they really made her. She popped. Maybe it was the mushrooms. I don't know.
It's like Wayne's World. Oh, dream.
Cassandra.
Yeah.
So let's see. What do we got on the tomato meter? 83%. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
76 audience. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's a like the comedy, the timing on the comedy is fantastic. Like and what's funny about it, like this is kind of loosely based off of Jason Segel's life. Like he really did. He did have a girlfriend that broke up with him while he was naked.
Yeah, I read that because we were, tripping a little. I didn't really write down any notes because, I was preoccupied. I was enjoying the movie. I was giggling like a motherfucker.
Yeah, dude. This is one I can quote. He's like, I love that towards the end when Kristen Bell's character is Sarah Marshall's trying to get back with Jason Segel's character. Peter and and he she's trying to get him to have sex with her, and he's just really not into it. And so she's just like, what's wrong with you? Have you been drinking or something? And he's like, no, maybe my cock doesn't want to be around you anymore because you broke my heart into a million pieces. You know what? You're the goddamn devil. That line gets me every time. Or my favorite line, though, I think the most quotable lines all come from Paul Rudd's character. He's just that big fucking stoner. And I say this line all the time where he's like, "Oh, the weather outside is weather." And the other one he says
that is fucking funny.
I use a lot. He's like, "Man, you got a lot of pain behind those eyes. You know what would help that? Weed. You got any?"
That is fun. God, something about that guy, man. He's so great.
He's so good in everything he does, man. And I was like, example, this movie, like every time he's got like a line, he like steals the whole scene. He's like, I once saw that guy beat up somebody with a starfish. He's like, come on, man, that didn't happen. That's ridiculous. That guy was me.
God. That's pretty great. Let's see what we got for taglines. The ultimate romantic disaster movie. Okay. That's fine.
I don't necessarily agree with that one.
Couple more. When Peter got dumped by his girlfriend, he wanted to get as far away as possible. Apparently, so did she. That's too much, man.
Yeah.
Last one was, you lose some, you get some. You get some.
I think the better tagline would have just been Dracula musical. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. And, is that how we got the Muppet movie or something like that?
I think so, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that came out later.
Yeah, it came out in, this movie came out in, I think, 2008.
Yeah.
And then the Muppet movie came out in 2011, which, honestly, I think the Muppet movie he's in is, like, the last good Muppet movie.
People say it's great.
It's fantastic.
I don't think I ever watched it.
I'm putting it on the list. There's a great song in it,
Do
man.
Muppets. What is a Muppet? It's not quite a mop and not quite a puppet, but man. Well, anyway. That's like a Simpsons quote or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. I pulled a couple of reviews, but I didn't find any that really stood out to be great.
Yeah.
This one simply said, it won't cure cancer, but it's a lot of fun.
What a way to ruin, like, a comedy movie. What is
Why
this?
would you say
What is this, funny people?
it won't cure cancer?
God damn.
I like
man.
funny people. Do you like that movie? It's a little long, I guess, but
Yeah, it's.
I don't want to be on Yo Teach. Fucking Jason Schwartzman.
Dude, how funny it was Bill Hader in this movie, though.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't. You're not my stepbrother anymore. You're step stranger.
I wish
She is the mother of my unborn child. I have no qualms with sticking you, you dick.
Yeah, I wish I could quote it, man. I don't know. I feel like I was more quoting the Joe Dirt, and you're quoting.
Yep. Hey, that's
Yeah.
all right. That's what it's here for.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Yin to my yang.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. This other. This is a negative review by Adam Graham, Detroit News. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is a lazy second-hand offering from Apatow's crude but sweet assembly line.
I think it's a bit of a reach because he just produced it, so he just kind of. I mean, you can definitely see his like touches on the movie because it definitely has that brand of humor that he likes. It's kind of crude, but there's like elements that are a little heartwarming about it, you know?
Sure.
But this is definitely like, I think more like Jason Segel's baby, especially the fucking puppet show at the end, like all that kind of stuff. Like,
oh, I read a fact about that. Some about it. Oh yeah, 5 years before. I had to look up some facts because I didn't really have any notes. So.
Sure, no, that's cool. Yeah.
Years before Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Segel had actually written a Dracula musical that he wanted to perform with puppets. And apparently he showed it to Judd Apatow, and he was like, don't show this to anyone ever. Or so he's like, never perform this for anyone ever again. But then...
And so that shit in the movie makes so much sense. She's like, oh, it's great. I just don't get it. Like,
yeah. And then, later he pitched it to be a part of a movie. So, and then Judd Apatow liked that idea. So it's pretty fun. And he actually wrote some music for this movie, right? He wrote that Russell Brand song that he sings to Kristen Bell.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah, the naked.
fucking Jonah Hill.
What is that song? He's
inside of you.
Oh, yeah.
Inside of you. You took me by surprise when you let me inside you. Oh, shit. My favorite part is when Jonah Hill starts singing along and he just sticks his hand like slowly in his pants and he bumps up Jason Segel's character. He's like, I just went from 6 to midnight.
Oh, boy.
I do like that dynamic between him and Russell Brand's characters because they like worship. He like worships Russell Brand, and he kind of treats Peter like he's not there.
Yeah. I've heard Russell Brand is not a really cool guy in real life. But I don't know. Well, who am I to say?
Yeah. I mean, I would say he's funny in this movie, and he's also in funny because they did like a spinoff with him and Jonah Hill.
Get him
Like,
to the Greek.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that movie's funny too. It's not
I think I've seen it once. I don't really remember it.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just not as funny as this movie. Honestly, I think the music to the movie is funnier than the actual movie. Like he has a song called "The Clap," and it's about getting chlamydia. It's like the songs are funnier than the fucking movie, but yeah. I think he plays like a pompous rock star really fucking well in this movie, honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know enough about Russell Brand or his career to like make a judgment on the man, but like
I think the character is pretty great. Like,
yeah,
it's funny.
Yeah, he like I'm like when she's like, I hate your music. He's like, yeah, well, I fucked the housekeeper.
Of course he did. Oh, another funny thing about the naked breakup scene or whatever. Segel didn't tell his family about the nude scene. His mother cried in the theater. She did not like that part. So and then apparently she messaged her some other family members and like warned them about it before they could see it. And I also heard about Russell Brand that he when he auditioned, he didn't really read the script at all. He just came in and like kind of winged it or whatever. But based on Brand's attitude, Segel completely rewrote the character of Aldous Snow. Apparently, they had Charlie Hunnam in mind before casting.
I love Charlie Hunnam.
Me too, man.
But I don't think he would have been a good fit. Like,
well, it would have been a different character, obviously, because he
yeah.
rewrote the whole thing. But, it's hard to picture,
Especially after seeing the final product, because, like, him playing that douchey rock star is just, like, it just fits that part so well.
Yeah. But, yeah, good stuff.
Oh, you want to hear something funny?
Of course.
Dracula told me that you two had been sleeping together for a whole goddamn year. Dude, the dialogue and the delivery are so good in this movie. Did you like that? Did you like what you saw?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I did. I did think about rewatching it again because of
yeah. I'd fucking be down to watch it again.
But
I
think I would have had to rent it again, but
no, man, I own it. I'll just let you borrow it, man.
But yeah. Anyways, I don't really have any more notes, but
and I'll just keep fucking quoting the movie all day.
Going.
There are just so many fucking like good relatable scenes in the movie. Like when he gets too drunk and he starts playing the Muppet song, and he starts crying while he's playing.
Yeah.
Oh, the Muppet Show tonight. Or like he's like crying like a fucking hysterical woman. She's like, yeah, so we've got complaints about a hysterical woman crying on the top floor. He's like, yeah, I heard her too. I think she's above the floor above me, and she seems to be having a really hard time. Peter, you're on the top floor. I'll try and keep it down.
Also, Jonah Hill is pretty funny. He's like, what is he like, taking his order or something? He's like, all right, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Yeah. No, my favorite is when he's like, he's like asking Russell Brand if he got his like demo that he gave him. He's like, did you like it? Did you get it? He's like, well, I was going to listen to it, but then I carried on with my life. And he's like,
just not even.
And then he's like obviously very angry. He's like, you're a fucking asshole. He's like, you looked up to you and you shit all over me. He's like, I would be screaming at you right now, but I need this fucking job to pay my bill. He's just like going on this long tirade. He just walks off angry. My favorite is when Peter goes to get seated and he's talking to like somebody that's trying to buy drugs from him. He's like, "No, I can't sell you weed not right now. I'm at my fucking job, and you know this because you called me at my fucking job. I can't sell you weed right now." He's like, "I will sell you some weed when I get off work." And he's just having this loud conversation right in front of the guests.
I do think it's cool. They did film in Hawaii, which was cool. And if I were freaking writing a movie, you would want to write the setting in Hawaii. It's like what Sandler does a lot. They just go and basically have a vacation and film a movie while they're, a working vacation. But in Hawaii, fuck yeah. And plus, I've been there recently. And
yeah, I was going to say you went there and you had a great time, right?
Yeah, dude. It was fucking gorgeous. And I loved it. I want to go back sometime.
Dude, let's make a movie in Hawaii.
Let's write it.
We'll make it like a movie like the Florida Projects. We'll try and find slums in Hawaii and make a dramedy there.
God.
And then we can all have a good time after we cry our hearts out.
After freaking reviewing that movie, man. Oh, God, I love it.
Well,
love it.
Well, we'll have to pick some better movies to review this time.
I was thinking of a dramedy. Probably pick it. But yeah. I mean, if we're at that point.
Yeah, I don't really think I have too much more. I think you were kind of right. It's hard for
comedies. You can't really dig into the character. It's all about the jokes and.
Yeah, it's about the jokes and the timing, and I think both of these movies. I think Joe Dirt. It manages to be so funny because it's so out of left field and so ridiculous, and then
I had to have a footprint gas pedal installed, so I stole this hunk of junk.
Yep.
My outlaw.
But I think
that's a Big 10-4.
I think the difference about Forgetting Sarah Marshall's silliness is it's more akin to real life. It's a lot of that shit really kind of does happen in those awkward moments, and I think it's why it's so funny.
Plus,
let's go to rating. Yeah, what do you
Jason Segel and Apatow worked together before Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they pretty much.
I like that show, man.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Rogan, Franco, Segel.
Yeah.
Who else? There's a couple other famous people.
Them young guys. I don't know their names, but the younger kids, the freshmen or whatever. That one guy with the glasses is in Silicon Valley. You ever watch that show?
Fucking funny, man.
It's pretty good. Decent.
Well,
yeah.
I was gonna say, you wanna give it a rating?
Let's rate it up.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go this time. What would you rate it? How'd you feel on it?
I think I'm at a 6.5 or so.
Yeah.
Which is decent. I think that's what you gave Joe Dirt.
Yeah. And I'm on this one. I'm more 7.5, 8, just because
Yeah. So we're sort of opposite, but still in the same range.
Yeah.
And I was laughing my ass off.
I think it's just strictly comedy and rewatchability, man. It's it'll make you laugh every time.
Hell yeah. There you have it, folks. Comedy.
Comedy.
To Mark Norman.
Shout out to Marky Mark.
Give it a goog. No. Yeah, a couple of fun movies. Might be a little bit of a short episode, but hey, sometimes that's good. Are we heading on to the picking movies or what?
Yeah, we can pick one for sure.
What do you should I go first? Should you?
Go ahead, man. You can go first.
All right. Well, I'm picking. I think I've settled on it. I always feel like it comes down to the wire lately. Usually, I have one locked and loaded.
Chamber, yeah.
But yeah, lately on these past few episodes, I've been waiting until the last minute to freaking settle on something, and I've settled on this one. It's a Netflix movie. It stars Adam Sandler and Ben Stiller and Dustin Hoffman. They're all like a family. It's called The Meyerowitz Stories. New and Selected.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
No.
It's like a dramedy. I watched it once and I liked it pretty well, so I think we'll go back over it and see if I like it more or less. See
Okay.
what happens.
I'm actually going to change my pick.
You don't have to match mine or no.
No. I'm gonna change it just because I was gonna pick Uncut Gems.
Oh,
but I don't want to
double Sandler.
I don't want to double Sandler in the in the same.
Have you seen Uncut Gems?
No, I haven't. That's why I was gonna pick it. But
okay.
I think I'm gonna pick it next time. No, I'm gonna do what I said I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick Seven Psychopaths for this one.
All
I'm
right.
gonna make you watch that one because it's a great fucking movie, man.
Let me see if that one's streaming. Do you know if it's streaming?
I own it. I could give you my PlayStation information and you can just go on my fucking account and watch it. Because what I can do is I can. Do you have your PlayStation here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what I can do is I can create a guest account with like my account, and then you can log into my.
Colin Farrell. Speaking of Colin Farrell.
Yeah, it's got Colin Farrell, Christopher Walken,
Sam Rockwell.
and Sam Rockwell. They're the main characters, and fucking Sam Rockwell is amazing in this movie. He's so good. Oh, it's got Woody Harrelson in it too. He's fucking great too.
Oh yeah, it's the same director as
Yep.
Banshees of Inisherin.
Yep. I think this one, I'm not sure. You might really like it. You might not. I'm a little on the fence about it. But if you might like it though.
I like
Banshees
Banshees.
was good. It's kind of the same deal. It's kind of like a dramedy. Like
yeah. I'm into dramedies. Cool, man. I'm down to watch that.
Yeah.
By the way, you forgot the remote again.
Yep,
Did you realize that?
Yeah, I
You gotta watch the Weird Al movie,
I
man.
know, I do. So I can talk about it. I'm probably gonna fucking go home and do that tonight, actually. Because I gotta pick up my sister at 11.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So next week we have the Meyerowitz stories and Seven Psychopaths. This should be interesting. Cool. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys.
Yeah. Peace out. And
Where's they say in Canada? Peace out.
Peace out. The boos. And yeah, life's a garden. Dig it. Peace.
Dad, what's a Muppet?
Well, it's not quite a mop, and it's not quite a puppet, but man. So to answer your question, I don't know.